There's a reason a lot of people don't eat asparagus. Honestly, most people don't know how to cook or prep it right. Just look at Trader Joe's encouraging you to microwave these poor vegetables. What a disaster. Asparagus should never be stringy or mushy, and if this veggie is perfectly cooked, it should be tender and slightly crisp at first bite. The cooking method should enhance the flavors of the asparagus, whether you choose butter and garlic or lemon zest or Parmesan cheese. While a lot of people boil asparagus as a cooking method, I'm going to share with you a better method that I learned from a Michelin star chef. I got to pick his brain for NBC, and he taught me how to cook asparagus at another level, and his techniques might surprise you. But what does make an award-winning chef special is he knows how to elevate produce like this so you feel like you've never had it before. And we're going to share some really fun tips and tricks that you can incorporate into your kitchen to elevate your produce. And we're going to meet the man himself, Chef Jaune. Nice to see you,
Hi,
Chef.
nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you. Now, congratulations. You were nominated for the James Beard Award. That is a huge accomplishment.
Thank you so much.
What has that been like?
It's been pretty surreal. Never in our wildest dreams did we imagine that we'd be on the short list for James Beard when we opened this restaurant just over a year and a half ago.
Tremendous accomplishment because your restaurant is fairly new. Let's talk about asparagus. We're going to talk about asparagus today. I noticed that you have two different colors here, white and green. Is there a flavor difference between the two?
So the white asparagus hasn't gone through photosynthesis.
Okay.
So typically, to me, the white asparagus tastes a little bit stronger. It's a little more bitterness to it. You'll typically cook with a little bit of sugar to counteract that. And the green just tastes very springy and very green, for lack of a better word.
Is there a secret place you like to source your asparagus from?
Certainly. I always try to find farmers that are really close by. So we have a farmer in Monterey that we get our green asparagus from, and there's a gentleman in Madeira, California, that's doing the white asparagus.
Great. Now, when you prep the asparagus, do you have a special tip for us that we could use?
Certainly. So here in the kitchen, I find the worst peeler I can find because it's the most worn in, and then we just peel just the outer layer of the asparagus.
So
like
you
that.
use the worst peeler because it doesn't take off too much skin.
Because it's already, it doesn't take off too much skin. And we'll do the same thing with the white and the green because typically there's a little bit of bitterness in the green asparagus.
Well, we're going to make this beautiful dish over here. I mean, it's stunning. What would you call this dish?
So this is asparagus with an Oloroso sherry and Morel mushroom sauce.
And why did you use morels in particular?
Well, morels and asparagus are just such a classic combination, and nothing says spring like morel mushrooms.
Yeah, you could probably use regular mushrooms if you're a home chef and you're a home cook and you don't have morels, right? Well, that sauce looks scrumptious. But as far as roasting or steaming or poaching, how do you like to prepare the asparagus itself so that you have maximum flavor?
I like to do a method called pan steaming.
Okay.
Typically when you're blanching, I feel like a lot of the flavor's left in the pot. So I'll take a pot and I'll put a little bit of oil or butter in there, add the asparagus, some salt, a squeeze of water, and a lid, and just let it cook till it's just tender.
Great tip. So don't boil the asparagus. It'll leach out all the flavor. Just a little bit of water. That way you retain the water. Well, I can't wait to try this asparagus. What a treat. This asparagus is perfect. It's got the right amount of crunch, but it's tender at the same time. Not stringy, not mushy. I so appreciate your tips. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.